Tap share for the broadcast link. Okay. Now we're cool. Ooh. Hello, everybody. We'll wait for people to get on before I invite my friends. Let's see. I'll wait. Let you all join. And then we can have a little chat, and I'll invite my friends. We'll invite my friends. Oh, oops, okay. There we go. Aha! Hello! Okay. This is exciting. I haven't done this in a while. If you live in LA, in the meantime, sorry, my cat. In the meantime, if you live in LA and you're 21 and up, I'm playing a show on July 16th at the Hotel Cafe, so you should come join, because I've got some surprises up my sleeve for that that I can't wait to show you and tell you about. But yeah, I just want to let people join in, and then we can invite my friends for a little chat, chat. I have a lot of things coming up that I can't tell you about yet, but I'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, like I said, if you live in LA, and you're 21 and up, come see my show, July 16th at the Hotel Cafe. It's gonna be really fun. We had rehearsals the other day, and it's sounding really good. And I'm coordinating some other surprises, like I said. But I want to wait a little longer to let people get on, because I know sometimes people can't hop on right away. I want to tell you all my secrets, but I might have some surprise guests at the show, and it's just gonna be a really good time. So yeah, like I said, 21 and up, if you live in LA, July 16th. Also, it's my birthday next week, so that could be a birthday present to me, that you come see my show. But what time is it? 12:03. We'll give it a few minutes. Thank you. I'm assuming you're talking about second. Keep Me Lovely. I hope you're talking about second. Yeah, we'll have a little viewing party, and we'll watch it together. And yeah, I'm excited. We'll watch my music video together. Because if you haven't seen my music video, I'm gonna make you watch it right now with me. Let's get a few more minutes. Actually, here, I'll send this their way. Let's invite. Let's see if Dana. Let's see. Let's get Dana to come in. So Dana Williams writes with me a lot, and she might be on something coming up. Let's see. We'll get Dana, and then we'll get Fletcher in. Let's get them all in. All my friends. Let's see. Let me also send to Fletcher. Wait for my friends, and they'll come in. Yeah, have you all seen the music video? Because I hope so. I hope you've all seen the music video, because maybe I'll quiz you on it. I was trying to think if I have any questions. Okay, if you've seen my music video, how many outfit changes do I have? It's kind of a trick question, I think. Let's see if they join. Well, we just gotta wait now. Here we go. Yes, Dana.
Hi.
Does it work? It's my first time using this app, so I just want to make sure it works well.
What is the app?
It's this it's like a part of YouTube. It's this new way to stream live stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I gotta try it. I'm
you can probably hear my
I'm always a little behind.
I know, right? It's like I think it's new, but yeah, I've been like playing with it all morning. Um, I'm waiting to see if Fletcher joins in. I think I told her around 12:10, but we'll see. I'm just waiting on her. But how have you?
Okay. I've been good. I'm currently on the East Coast for a few more weeks, but yeah, I'll be back. It's nice to like I went swimming in the ocean yesterday for the first time in like 2 years, so that
Hmm.
was really fun.
Is it?
How are you?
It's hot over there, right? Like it's super humid and stuff, right?
Oh, it's really today's really, really hot and humid, but it's really weird because some days it's like kind of cold and it's
Hmm.
windy and like it's hot now, but it's gonna rain later. The weather's all over the place, so
Yeah, it's
it's
been
nice though.
weirdly hot here. I've been dying to go to the beach too because I haven't gone to the beach either since my surgery. So like, I
Ooh.
like I don't know, like explore the beach in the way that like I've been wanting to, but it's like I think it's so hot here, so like everyone's at the beach. So
Yeah, it seems that way. I know. It's not, I guess there are a lot of like, I think that since COVID, like a lot of people are vaccinated. Like people are really, really, really excited about like going on vacation. So it's been really busy here as well.
yeah,
Um, but it's nice. I mean, it's nice to like have a sense of normalcy and like
that's true.
eat in a restaurant and go to the beach and do things that I didn't do for like a year. So,
That's true. Well, also happy Cancer season.
oh yeah. Wait, are
We're
you a Cancer?
yeah, we're both Cancers.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering because I know Hope is like she's Scorpio,
Yeah,
right?
yes, she's
I'll never remember if you're a Scorpio and if she's a Cancer, but yeah, happy Cancer season. When's your birthday?
sorry, just Fletcher texted me. Next Wednesday, I think
Oh,
30th. I think that's a Wednesday.
oh, okay, yeah, that is a Wednesday.
Are you in?
That's nice.
Are you? Is your birthday in July or is yours birthday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's July 17th.
Okay, yeah, Fletcher
So
season.
like late end.
Fletcher season because I was looking at my time. Cancer season is the best time of the year
It is.
in my
It's the best to have a birthday because like the school year's over, you get to just like hang out in the sun.
yeah summertime and all that stuff. Well, I saw that you just released a single this week, right? Or last week?
Yeah, I put out a song on Friday called Red Flag.
Yes.
Um, and I wrote that with my friend Ryan Curtis. It's another acoustic song. And yeah, I'm really happy it's out. I hadn't put a song out for a few months,
Mm.
really. I mean, I put out like collaborations,
Yeah,
but I hadn't put out my own song
yeah. I was
in
gonna
a
say that
while.
um, releasing music, I think, is like one of the best feelings in the world. Like it's so fun to release music. And I know that Fletcher has a song coming out this week, which I'll ask her about when it
Nice.
works. But and then I have, well, I don't think I can say yet, but I have a song coming out soon. Another
Yay.
soon, and obviously we're here because I just released one. Still not that, I mean, fairly long ago, but still. I think just releasing music is so fun, and it's so like it's so cool. Like whenever like my friends release music, I'm just like I just want to like watch everything that like they put out and listen to it, and it's just so cool to see like everyone's like artistry and stuff like around each song. And I don't want to spoil too much about my album, but like people can expect that Dana might potentially be somewhere on my album. I won't say explicitly what I want to say, but you'll see Dana again. So,
Yay, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see your video too. I know you were posting a lot about how it was like your first video post
oh, here we go.
surgery.
There's Fletcher. Oh,
Hi.
you missed
Hello.
about Cancer season, and I accidentally said Fletcher season because I was reading your I like saw your name there, and I was like, that sounds like definitely wrong. And I realized I was talking about Cancer season.
Season, honestly, I'm kind of here for that. Like, I'm okay with it.
I
I'm
think
okay with
with Fletcher,
us.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds accurate.
Hi guys, what's up?
Hello, it's
Oh,
so
not
good to like
much.
chat with everyone. I feel like so removed still because of COVID, and everyone's like, I feel like getting back into things, but like, especially like I just recently started working in like in writing sessions again in person, so like, also seeing like virtually again, I'm like, wait, like COVID still, I don't know. It's just like I feel so removed from people, so it's nice to like keep in touch with everyone and all that.
Yeah, it is.
Weird like transition, and I'm sure for you too, just like having to, because I've seen you've like really gotten into producing like your own stuff like a lot over the been so sick to just like see you be so self-sufficient and just like, okay, like I need to make this happen and need to like figure out how to do that for myself. And I think we all probably just became like a lot more learned how to like depend on ourselves more, like because we like didn't really have any other choice. So
That's so like so perfectly said because I feel like that's exactly what happened was like obviously like the pandemic is like a shitty thing and obviously like I'm very lucky that didn't affect me in the ways it affected other people, but like you said, it gave me the space to like just have to be self-sufficient, and then I kind of realized like I like it this way anyways. So yeah, like did you guys both write a lot? Like did you use Zoom like all the time? Because I swear to God I use Zoom every day.
I was doing Zoom. I'm still doing Zooms now that I'm like out of town, but
Mhm.
it was like initially I was kind of like nervous to get back into in-person sessions, and I was like, well, why don't we just keep doing Zoom? It's so easy. But now that I'm doing in-person sessions again, I'm like, oh my God, nothing can replace. I mean, I'm so happy and grateful for Zoom and that we can do that, and but I'm like, it's just so amazing to like be in a room and like share space with someone and also like create. So yeah, I'm happy that we can do both now.
yeah, I really struggled with the Zoom aspect of it. I mean, at the beginning of the quarantine, my anxiety was like through the roof. Like my mental health took like such a plummet like
Yeah,
to shit.
yeah,
I couldn't I couldn't be creative. I was like questioning like if I like even wanted to be an artist because I was like I feel like I have nothing to say, and like then you take away the performance aspect of it and I'm just like, well, who am I? And then I started thinking about all the people because like TikTok started really popping off, and then you
yeah,
start thinking people who are like becoming successful in different ways, and you're like, okay, well, the people that make the most of this time are going to be the ones that like have the most success. And then I was like really down on myself about that, and it was a really weird time for like mental health for so many people. And I think, and then I started doing like the Zoom thing for a little bit, but I feel like so much of the magic in like creating is just like, especially songwriting, is like being in a room with somebody and hearing them like murmur things under their breath, and then like you're just like, wait, did you just say this? And they're like, no, but like that's sick, and then that ends up becoming
somewhat.
lyric,
Don't forget.
literally.
Yeah.
And so like you'd miss that, and the lag, and like I don't know, I realize now like that I'm in person with people again, like how much that just in person like interaction and connection and energy that you can't feel through a screen
Yeah.
is like the like magic sauce to like the creative process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
It's funny too that like you brought up kind of like the anxiety you were feeling about like during when the quarantine hit because like it's so funny that I feel like we all kind of mask it really well. So like for you two, for example, I'd be like, wow, they're releasing so much music. Look at them go. And like I have no idea you're thinking the same things I'm thinking. And so it's like it's so wild how we all like kind of fit in the same world and like a lot of it is like just so like surface level and like just like releasing music and looking successful but not having any idea what people are actually thinking and all that stuff. But it's
Right.
funny that you brought up TikTok because I feel like that's like all of a sudden with like release plans it's like okay how can you do good on TikTok and I'm like oh my god like please
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta keep up with the kids. So I'm like, I don't know what I need to do.
like I'm like how many times can I be like please listen to my song or like I'll like do some dumb thing to my song and I'm like okay maybe it's just not meant for it. I think like most people who do really well on TikTok just like have it just happens and they're like what the fuck and
Yeah, I think it's really, and that's another thing going back to saying like it seems like everyone is so successful on social media, and that's sort of like the bad side of social media. It's like it creates a facade. So like sure, everyone looks like I was releasing music and I was like maybe appear um productive, but really like I too had a lot of anxiety, but that sort of pushed me to like try all kinds of different things. Like now I think I got in quarantine. I've never been a very athletic person, but I sort of got into more like I realized I needed more structure. So I was like exercising in the morning and then like taking my dogs for a walk in the afternoon and then like you know, if you don't feel creative, then don't force yourself to write. Like I sort of had to really like just sort of figure out what worked for me at that time, because like sitting at home all day and being scared all the time by the news was really yeah, it was really hard.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I also think it was like, I think I realized how much of my self-worth I based off of like my productivity,
Mm.
and then how much like value I placed from like via external validation. And I think what this like whole year has really been for me is just like realizing that like everything I've ever needed like has always just been right here. And I think like finally coming into like who I am in terms of like what my worth is outside of a platform, outside of being a public facing having a public facing career, or like being sort of public figure. Like it's it's like in the quiet moments where none of that is really existing, that you're like, okay, this is like where the magic is, and like the stuff that's like really important. And then it's like, okay, how do you take all of that introspection and then face that in an outwards direction and like share that, versus just like pulling energetically from an outward perspective, because that'll just never, your cup's never going to be full because it's not coming from you.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's a huge thing that like when I this like my album that I'm like, you know, is currently on the like prepping to get out is like I made it all during quarantine, and like it was a lot of like I feel like being in such a shitty place like while navigating like my identity and like just navigating the world at in like just being at home like kind of made me sit in those thoughts. And I feel like I wrote the most vulnerable music that I've ever written because I kind of like just had to. I feel like I was like lying to myself trying to write like kind of surface level shit, and I was like, what am I doing? Like I have kind of, it just like forced me in that space, and I'm like so grateful for it. And I feel like because I did that once, now it's like all I want to do is just like be as vulnerable as I can whenever I write. And so it's just like it's so wild how I don't know, like it's just weird how it just like came out. Like obviously, like I said, I was like in a horrible place, and obviously like on like completely the flip side now. And it's just so cool to reflect back on all that and just like see how like some of my favorite songs came out of such a time where I genuinely thought I sucked at what I was doing. I was like, I suck. I'm never gonna make music again because like no one's listening to me. And then I'll listen back. I'm like, well, like I'm not that bad, and like I kind of like that song I did, and like all that. So it's like it's so weird how you can get the best stuff out of like the worst places almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And I keep saying I have poor network connection. Can you guys like see me okay?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's saying that to me too.
That's funny because I don't get any of that. So I see everything super good.
You're like, I'm perfect. This is all perfect for me.
Okay.
uh, this is, yeah, it's keep saying that poor network connection, but just okay, as long as you can still see me. Yeah, I heavily resonate with all that. I was just gonna say something and I completely just slipped my mind, so I'm gonna come back to that thought whenever.
Well, it's also reassuring to like to be able to talk to you guys and about honestly about your experience during quarantine, because I have the same thoughts, Mickey, like oh, I'm never going to make music again, or I'm never going to
Mhm.
write another good song, or like, you know, you think it's, and that's one thing that I feel like I've been working on coming out of the pandemic, is not being so hard on myself.
Yeah.
And because I can be really hard on myself. I can work really hard because obviously in our society productivity is value, and like um it's, yeah, it's scary sometimes, but I feel like now I've come to a place where I'm like, okay, if I have a session this week, or if I write a song and it's not great, fine, I don't have to put it out, there's always tomorrow, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just keep working at it, and not be so critical, which is difficult.
Yeah, and I also think too, like something that I've realized is like it's so easy to try to, we're never satisfied. Like we constantly have this like never enough thing, and we have this like lack mentality that it's like, oh, like I'll never be enough of this, or I'll never be enough of this, so maybe I should just like quit, or maybe I shouldn't do it, or like, and we're constantly comparing always. No matter where you're at in your career, you're always like, I could be doing more, I should be doing more, I could be more. And it's like when you actually get to the root of like what is like the root thing that you want, it's like I want to, and maybe this is the same for you guys, but like I want to share my truth and my perspective and connect with people, whether that's like 5 people or 10 people or 10 million people, whatever that is. Am I doing that? Am I living my truth, and am I connecting, and and am I sharing like my, like what I love? And like the answer to that is yes. And so it's like that can be enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you start, just like the minute that you start, that you live in this like continuous place of like I could be doing more, or I should be here. Like should is like the worst fucking word to ever exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, of just like realizing that it's like, am I sharing this like really truthful thing that I want to be putting out in the world? And
I think that's so funny that you bring that up, because like I was recently in like a environment with someone on my team who I had to get rid of, but who was creating a space where like it was like the opposite, where I was like trying to live my authentic truth, and like that wasn't okay in their opinion, and like that wasn't gonna like let me be the successful artist I want to be. And then I just had this realization of like fuck that. Like if I'm not being the most authentic self of mine, and I'm not like giving the representation that like I needed when I was younger and all that stuff, like then I'm not doing it for what I want to be doing it for. Then I'm just miserable, and then I'm just like everybody else who's like all those people are already out there, you know what I mean? So it's like it's so interesting that I like dealt with the complete opposite of like someone trying to like not let me be as authentic. And so just like getting rid of that is super cool, because it just like I feel like it just opened me up,
Liberating.
and it feels so good to finally like be free of that, and to be like, yeah, I am living my authentic truth, and I'm sharing my authentic, truth in all my music and all that. Cause like, even though like a song might not be like a queer song, it's inevitably coming from a queer perspective if I'm writing it. And so like, I think it's just, yeah, I think that's at the root of like making music, is like you said, like just connecting with people and representation, and just like kind of like being that voice for people who don't have that like freedom to have that voice.
yeah, and like even no matter how specific it is, like I don't know, sometimes I feel like no matter how specific, like the more specific that you are about like your experience and what it is that you're going through, like the more universal it actually is, because it's like, oh, I see this human like living their truth, and that makes me want to, or it's giving me an outlet to do it in a way that's maybe not safe for me to right now, or I can't. Um and it's a really beautiful thing to be able to give somebody that. And it's like, and it's coming because it's for you, like you're doing this for you. It's like you're freeing yourself, and you did exactly that. You like had to make a really hard decision to let go of somebody on your team, which is scary, which is like a terrifying thing to do, because it's like change, and you're like, well, what happens, will somebody else come along, what if this, what if that? But you made that choice from that resonated for you, and you're like, this is what I feel like I need to do. And I'll say, just even from like an outside perspective, I feel like the moment that I like felt you like cut through, because I've like known about, like we've known each other for like a
Mm-hmm.
while, always known that you've done music, but the moment that I just like felt like, I literally felt you like from afar, like step into yourself, step into your confidence, and in in like a no fucks given way, and like that transcends,
Cool.
and that people feel that. And I think that's what's like, at the end of the day, it's like we're all just, society wants to confine us to all these boxes, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so people understand us. And the moment that you're just like, no, I can do this however I want to, and like
Mm-hmm.
really is like the most powerful thing. And then that just becomes a ripple effect for everybody else to be like, I could step into my power and my truth too.
Well, that was so sweet, and I really appreciate that. And I just like you said, it's scary, especially when it's someone like who's on your team who's supposed to not be that, And yeah, I feel like we can all probably relate to getting like outside opinions from people who don't who feel entitled to whatever opinions they want to have. And, you know, it's easy to like block and ignore those people. But when it's like someone who's supposed to be close to you and, or, you know, who's supposed to be on your side and representing you and helping you get to where you want to be, it just makes it that much scarier. And so I think, well, I don't know, that just made
And
me,
it's hurtful.
yeah. Yeah. And then you're like, what did I do wrong and all this stuff? And then, you know, it's just easy to spiral into such a weird place about it. But I wanted to, on that note, talking about representation, I wanted to see if you guys wanted to watch my music video with me. And in case there's people who haven't seen it, so I can force people to watch it, because that's, and just sit here and force people to watch my music video, because I watch it every day. Because I just, going off of representation, like, obviously, like, you both know that I had top surgery, and I hadn't seen any music video like with an artist with top surgery to my knowledge. And like, I knew that from the moment I wrote that song, Second, that like I wanted the video to feature my top surgery scars, which at the time I didn't know if I actually was going to have it by then or whatever, but like I knew I wanted something around it. So yeah, going off of this whole like representation talk, I think I'm just really happy that I can like create some sort of representation that I know if I had even just a few months ago, like, would have helped me. And so if we're okay with that, we can, let me see how this works. Like I said, I told Dana I've never used this app before. Let's see how I can get my music.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it. Who directed it?
His name is Evers. And he's so sweet. He's so good. And it was just so fun. We were there for like, I think it was only a 12-hour shoot. And just like, we were near Chapman University, and just like filmed it. And I like, am very fresh off of surgery. So like, I'm like a little puffy around my scars and stuff. It's because I wasn't able to like work out and stuff after. So like, I was still relatively like a little bit insecure about my like chest and stuff. But I like told them from the get-go, like, I really want you to just like literally get my scars in the video. And so that's that. But yeah, okay, here's my music video. You can let me know if you hear it and if it works. Here, let's see.
Okay. I can hear it.
I got a voice somewhere in the back of my mind telling me one day you'll no longer be mine. After the scars heal, you'll change how you feel. Overnight, you'll decide that I'm too complicated to figure it out. And honestly, I haven't done it myself. Somewhere my body stops looking like me. Don't know how you could stay around. All I do is question my reflection. I'm obsessed with second guessing, but you don't for a second. Whatever you see, I'm glad that you do. I hope that one day I'll see it too. You've been so patient, long as you're waiting. I think we'll get there together, 'cause I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. You put my mind at ease when you're looking at me. With all the love in your eyes, I can finally breathe. I think I'm learning, I'm not a burden. So why do I still feel undeserving? All I do is question my reflection. I get restless, second guessing, but you don't for a second. Whatever you say, I'm glad that you do. I hope that one day I'll see it too. You've been so patient, long as you're waiting. I think we'll get there together, 'cause I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. I can love you better. I can love you do. 'Cause I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. 'Cause I just wanna love myself so I can love you better. I just wanna love myself so I can love you
Pretty dramatic.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And your lyrics,
Melody is
yeah.
such a good melody. And love myself so I can love you better.
Oh,
That little
stop. You know how many times I had to sing that song the other day? I literally was like, Ever's the director. I thought we'd be done. He's like, Miki, I want you to sing it again, like over here, like 10 times. And I'm like, no. Like, I was like, please, I'm so tired of this song. But I think I remember the first time Hope and I saw it back, and it was just like so surreal to see it like on the screen and to like see it come to life and to be like, I don't know, I had this like really weird moment where I was like, I have been wanting that chest for so long. And then I looked, I was like, wait, like that's me. Like I still forget to this day. I'm like, where's my boobs? And I'll like hit myself. I'm like, oh yeah, like I got the surgery. It's done. I like don't have to like want it anymore. And it's just such a weird feeling. And it just feels really good. And, you know, hearing people who kind of had the response that like I know I would have had if I was in their position of like, you know, like this just like made me feel so validated and seen. Like it's just like nothing is comparable to that feeling of like making people feel that like that they are valued, you know.
100%. I think it's like,
Yeah.
just, I mean, you by freeing yourself, you free so many people.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree on that. It's like a weird amount of pressure sometimes too, because like I think I put so much pressure on myself of like I want, you know, I see it in a way of like how I want people to react, and like I can't expect anyone to react a certain way. I think that's the one thing I have to remind myself as an artist is like everyone is going to interpret things differently and everyone is going to feel things differently. And it's unnecessary to put that expectation on myself because I'm just going to disappoint myself if someone has a different reaction or sees it differently, you know. And I think that's something that I just need to continuously like remind myself on.
Yeah, and I think, and I agree with you regarding pressure. I think that the one thing we have to remember is just the best you can do is to just speak to your truth and your experience because someone will relate to it. I too feel pressure because I'm like, okay, well, I'm a woman of color. I have to speak on our behalf, but not every woman of color, not every person of color has the same experience, you know? So it's like, you know, I can just speak my truth and hopefully that resonates with somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, but there's feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Of wanting to sort of like speak for so many people.
Also understanding too, like something that I feel like helps alleviate that pressure a little bit is that it's not your responsibility how anybody receives you or what you share, and you cannot control their reactions. You can't control the way anybody reacts to anything, and you cannot control people's perception of you, and you will literally lose your mind and lose yourself if you are concerned about it. Because like for a long time I was like, I'm like such a people pleaser, and just coming to the realization that like not people are going to receive you exactly based off of like what it is that they're going through, or it's like it's all perception, right? So it's like,
Yeah,
it's not your responsibility. The only thing that you have control over is the way that you then take that feedback and how you let that impact you. So I think it's just like, you know, we're not always gonna do what everybody thinks that we're supposed to do or we should be doing, because you lose yourself in the process of doing that. So it's just like, yeah, continuing to, I don't know, just do whatever like resonates and what makes you feel like the most free, and whatever makes you feel like you're serving like the highest good, like for
Yeah.
yourself, world.
Yeah, I think that's what's like the most vulnerable part about making music is like, you know, you will both know like we could sit on a song for like a year, 2 years, however long that song's been in our grasp, right? And it's like I am holding on to this song and I have a specific relationship with it. And then like the day you put it out, it's like now literally everyone is gonna take that and do with it what they do. And I think that's the like most like I've definitely had people who like have asked me a certain question about a song and I was like, I didn't even think about that song in that way. Or I totally wrote it completely different, but someone took it a different way. And it's just like it's like a really scary thing, but also it's like it's just so fascinating that like someone could teach me something about my own song or my own story and be like, wow, like that's such a cool way that you interpreted that. And I think just yeah, like by holding on to songs and then, you know, you put it out there, you're just like, all right, it's free reign. And I think, like you said, Fletcher, it's like not like understanding that like I have literally no control on how people respond to things. Obviously, like with art, you can try to manipulate that, but you're never gonna be able to actually control how people take it. And I think it's like it's like a cool thing, but also kind of really scary at the same time. But I think that's like one of the best parts about being an artist is just like how different we all are and how our minds and experiences all like change how we take things and grow with things and what they mean to people. Because I could release a song that no one gives a shit about because they'd be like, I don't relate to that at all, and it's like fine, but I do, and there might be one other person who does, and at the end of the day, that matters. You know, if that one person can relate to it. So I think yeah, that's so good. You guys are both so like articulate and like are truly such great people. Like I think you two are like some of my favorite like
Thank you.
artist friends that I have who like I just truly like love everything you both do and the way you like speak and carry yourselves and like believe in what you're doing. Like I think I like I said I've struggled with just like a lot of comparisons and stuff and just seeing like people who are making music who aren't that one specific niche that is, you know, like just outside of the norm and outside of just what everyone else is. And it's just so cool. And I think it's what we all need right now. And it's just like, I'm just massive fans of you both. And I'm just like so honored that we got to have this discussion because I think it was really good. And I think I learned a lot. I like reminded myself on things. And I think it's just super cool. So I appreciate you both a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you too. I love to have watched your career blossom and I love your songwriting and I also appreciate how thoughtful you are. I feel like whenever something is going on, you always keep me in the loop and it's really sweet to be a part of it and to feel like a part of a community.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm like on my like 50th revision of a song we did. I'm like, I swear I'm done working on it.
That always happens. You could literally do it for like ever and like it could never feel done. But no, I think that, and like to a point that you made before, like I know that that's like a really scary thing, putting out music and then letting it become something for somebody else. But I think that's also the coolest part. Like the second you put it out, it's not just your story anymore. It becomes everybody else's, and like they connect to it in a way that you didn't write it about, or in a way that you didn't think anybody would receive it that way. And that's what I think is like where the magic is of just like, oh fuck, like we're all so connected. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of you too, and I'm really stoked about your music and everything that you have coming. And the video is beautiful, the song's stunning. Just like keep doing it, like keep doing you and doing like exactly what you're doing. People clearly like connect and like need it, and like they need it, and it's because you need it, like they need it too. And sometimes you show people what it is that like they're not even sure what they need until they see it.
That's so well said. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that because honestly, that I resonate heavily with that too. Like I think I can like just already think of things that like, wow, I didn't even know which is also fucking terrifying. I remember the first time I saw someone with top surgery and I was like, why am I so like weird about that? And then I like have to realize like I have all this internalized stuff. Like I was just fucking jealous about it. Like I wanted that. So I like, but I was scared about wanting it and scared about admitting it. So it's like, you just kind of push those things away. But like,
That's all being like mirrors of one another too. You know what I mean? Like anytime anybody has a reaction, like if you have a reaction to somebody, they're triggering something in you. It's like something that is something that you need to heal still. So it's like it's this like concept of all of us being just mirrors of one another and making us realize and like see the things that like still need our attention. Actually super beautiful.
1,000%. Oh. Well, thank you again. Thank you. Oh my God, I stumbled. Thank you both again so much for being a part of this. It makes me so happy. I love talking with you both. I hope that everyone else listening like really resonated with things we were talking about. And I just there's too many men in this industry. Like, let's just fucking go for it. You know what I mean? Like let's just like take over. I think it's our time. You know?
Fuck the I can't. I'm over it.
Like, really, man. Okay, well, thank you so much. I hope you guys have like a wonderful rest of your day, and happy June, happy Cancer season, happy Pride Month, happy all that fun stuff.
Happy
Fletcher season. It is now Fletcher season. I've decided. I coined that.
Fletcher season.
If someone else tries to say they coined it, I'll be really upset because it's literally on live that I coined it.
Oh wait, and also before you got on the chat, Miki said you have a song coming out soon as well.
Coming out on Thursday, called Thursday night, called Healing.
Your visuals, by the way, for it are so cool. Hope and I were just watching them on Instagram. We're like, oh, just like on loop. Over and over again.
Yeah, I have a song. It's honestly like very much about this whole conversation that we just had, like what this last year has been and just what healing has been like. And I think we're all kind of just healing from something right now. So
I totally agree with that. Oh, I'm so excited for it. Oh, I love everything. And yeah, so Fletcher has a song coming out. I just had a song come out, and I have a song coming out soon, but I can't talk about it. And Dana just released a song, and I have a show in July 16th at the Hotel Cafe. So do all the plugs that need to be plugged out there. And other than that, I think thank you guys again. Sending everybody so much love and happiness and healing. And not red flags, Dana, because red flags aren't really great to be sent. But I hope you find all the red flags so that you can then get a bunch of green flags. And then life's good. You know?
Yes, just learning. You can learn from the red flags.
Yeah.
And then heal.
Exactly.
Okay, there we go. All right. Well, thank you again so much. Happy Tuesday. We'll talk soon.
Talk soon. Thanks for having me, Miki.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys so much. They are the sweetest people I've ever met. I love them. My show is July 16th at the Hotel Cafe in LA. It's 21 up. So if you have a fake ID, use it. I'm just kidding. I don't promote that, but I do. Anyways, thank you so much. Stream second. Second is out everywhere, all over the world.